All right. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew Keneally, WCRI's Communications Director. I'm so glad that we're joined today by Arizona AFL-CIO Secretary Treasurer and Executive Director Fred Yamashita. We are honored to have the Arizona AFL-CIO as a WCRI member for a couple of years now. Fred is a native of Detroit, Michigan. He accepted his position at the Arizona AFL-CIO in November of 2017. Prior to that, Fred spent 20 years working for the United Food and Commercial Workers Local 99, before which he spent 20 years as a worker on the floor in the grocery industry. Fred, welcome. How are you today?
Great, Andrew. Thank you for having me.
Happy to have you. As you know, Fred, we ask 4 questions to the members that we spotlight. And the first question is, how did you first hear about WCRI?
Yeah, we first heard about WCRI through an invitation from you via email to participate. I think that year's conference was also here in Phoenix, Arizona.
That's right. Yeah.
And at that time, we didn't participate, but we did the following year and attended in Boston.
Right. And so, having been a member for roughly probably a year or two, what value do you gain from being a WCRI member, understanding that it's early at this point?
Sure. The value, I think, is something that many of us realize in working in coalition with groups that have like interests, and for sure our members will benefit from any of the information and knowledge and the experiences that are being shared at the WCRI conferences and all of your media outlets that provide information. That's all beneficial for our members.
Fantastic. And is there a favorite WCRI study or research area for you?
Yeah, one of the areas, of course, being in Arizona, we all know how hot it is here,
Right.
and that for many years, our workers have been dealing with this heat with little or no safety standards to protect them.
Okay.
And so working with other national groups, and then more recently with many of the progressive groups on the ground that work with workers and around worker safety, we really have keyed in on the heat safety issue.
Great. So yeah, so the 2 studies that we published, one on heat-related illnesses, the other one on excessive heat, obviously showing that there's more of a likelihood of injury as you start to have excessive heat of over 90 degrees. So can you share an example of how WCRI's research has been particularly helpful to you? Again, I know it's early at this point, but has it been helpful in any way?
Yes, and working with groups like National COSH, we've been able to share that data,
Great.
compare notes, but cooperate in a really informed way that helps us move city ordinances in Tucson and Phoenix, now working on one in Tempe, and also working with state legislators on heat safety as well, and the governor's office.
Great. Well, obviously, it seems like an extremely important issue for you. And obviously, we also have addition to all the other WCRI research that helps to provide you and other stakeholders with information to make more informed decisions and also to make arguments about topics that are important for you and your members. Well, Fred, I just want to thank you for your time today and thank you for being a member of WCRI.
We appreciate it and we look forward to continuing our relationship and the work with WCRI.
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you.